Hello everybody, my Boothangs. Welcome back to my channel. If you have been a subscriber, thank you so much. If you're just passing by, I really hope that you like what you see and you click the subscribe button. If you are new and you clicked the subscribe button before and this is the first video that you see, welcome. My name is Pearl Ntshehi and today we'll be talking about my first baby, Project 31. Okay, so today we're going to speak about my first baby, Project 31, which is a registered NPC. Hopefully, we'll go through various stages because I don't want it to stay as an NPC due to what we deal with. I would like for it to go to other stages soon to be announced. I ain't gonna say it. But I'm going to firstly explain the name Project 31. So I've always been in love with giving back to the community, and when I entered a certain pageant, I was really just motivated to start something that is official, but I didn't know like the name. So I did a Proverbs challenge, like back in, I think 2 years ago. I did a Proverbs challenge and I was like, yo, Lord, the name, because the first thing that I do is honestly, I go down on my knees and I pray before I do anything. So that is my core thing, like period. That's what I do. So when I got to Proverbs 31 and I was like, I didn't know that there was a verse before the capable wife. So I read the whole of Proverbs 31 and I was like, okay. And in my spirit I was like, okay, I received Project 31, and I'm like, okay. So that day I usually use NIV Bibles. So that day I used a Good News Bible, and I came across like the first 9 verses were advice to a king, and the last 10 to 31 verses was maybe the capable wife, which we all knew. We all know the capable wife. So when I, meditated on that verse, and I was like, oh, okay, advice to a king. So what Project 31 essentially is about, in the beginning, it was like, getting to know him, getting to know her, getting to know us. So most organizations focus on the girl child, which is great. I'm for that. And I'm like, okay, after reading that verse and meditating on it, and I was like, okay, so where do we leave the boys, Like, where are the boys in like this situation where all the girls are so empowered? So it's like, okay, advice to a king and the capable wife. Makes sense. Okay, so the process of registering my NPC, obviously with companies, you have to register your company at the CIPC. So it's a very straightforward process. And technology it makes me so dizzy, but obviously when you play around with the tabs and everything, it's very easy to register your NPC. But at that time, that was the easiest avenue. But obviously down the line, the vision expanded and I want to do something else, so which I'm doing more research on, so I can transfer from an NPC to what I wanted to be. So that is the process that I went through when registering my NPC. Okay, so who are we? And excuse me, I'll be reading from my phone because it's a very, we focus on youth development and uplifting the youth through various stages of their lives. Our purpose is to identify channels and programs that work to help the youth. Once we've identified the channels, we create them. So the reason why I'm for mentorship is because I am where I am because somebody told me something or somebody mentored me through a certain stage in my life. So I'm like, okay, if I went to certain schools and met certain people and throughout my journey, I wouldn't be where I am today without the people's inputs. So why can't I take it to other people who might or might not get exposed to the certain environments that I got exposed to. So that's who we are. So who do we serve? We serve grade 6s and 7s. Those are our youngest groups. Or we also focus, rather, we serve high school students, and then we also look at matrics transitioning to first year. So we also serve young adults. So our main goal is to try and prevent others from experiencing the stumbling blocks that we have also experienced. So I really believe that we go through certain things for a reason, and it would be very unfortunate for somebody that you know actually, or somebody that you can have an influence to, or somebody you have access to. It would be very unfortunate for you to let them go through the things that you went through. I think if you go through something and you gain knowledge from it, why not pass it down to the next generation or to the next person, so they don't have to experience what you went through. So that's who we serve. Okay, so our mission, or Project 31's mission, is not to only give back to the community, but uplift young girls and boys, especially from previously disadvantaged backgrounds, by not only having motivational talks, but having programs that are going to equip them with knowledge and practical skills, where they'll be able to discover their strengths, weaknesses, and interests while improving their cognitive skills. So it's great to give back to the community. We also give back to the community, but our main goal, actually, one of our main goals, because I mentioned our other goal, when you go to a school and you do a motivational talk, it's great. Motivational talks are great. But when you look at a school setting, what happens if you speak at assembly and then that child has third period? Most of what you said has gone to the back of their heads. So what we want to do is actually guide them through, or rather guide is greater, to guide them and be there for them through their journey and help them where they need to be helped, or where we identify their need, and journey with them instead of just giving a motivational talk and then just leaving it there. So that's also one of our goals. My first project with Project 31 was a Project 31 launch. I really had something very intimate. I sent invitations to certain people who were there throughout my journey, and who also were there when Project 31 was just starting off. And we had a little, I had a little launch with, actually wasn't little, it was amazing. The people who were supposed to be there were there, and the people who were there really helped me out. Literally, the launch couldn't happen without the people who were there. My friends and family really supported me, and as they continue doing so till today. So shout out to you guys. Shout out, much love. So my first project was my launch. Some of the things came out of my pocket. Some of my friends even contributed. The banner behind me was from sponsorships. So my first project was, even when you think of it, it was amazing. So the challenges that I faced when not really launching, but throughout starting and where I am today with Project 31, number one is information. Unless somebody has gone through it or has access to certain things, you really don't know. And people are like, oh no, but you have the internet and the information is easily accessible. No, you legit have to do extensive research or ask questions. But even if you ask questions, they might not know, which is one of the main reasons why I was like, okay, when I register NPC, it's the easiest thing. Or go to the social development website and then just register there. But if you don't know, we have access to information in theory, practically it is a lot, especially when it comes to our careers as well, which will be another episode. So the challenges was information, and secondly, funding. It's an NPC currently, so when I looked at the legal side of things, It's the easiest to register, but when it comes to certain things, certain people, if you ask for donations or you ask for funding, they look at how they're going to receive certain things back. So if tax-wise, if you're an NPC and they see that they're not going to receive their money back tax-wise, they might opt not to really just give you stuff. So what I have resorted to, I saved up money, I used money from certain winnings to make these t-shirts, which is Project 31 t-shirts, which are like 150. I'm not making a profit off of it, but at least something is going to the NPC. So when we do certain projects, we can actually just have, you know, a little something to, you know, give back as well from our side. So yeah. And then let's talk about our yearly projects. Besides the mentorship program that we have, we do a hashtag clear it all twice a year. We're going to try and do it bi-yearly. Is that even a thing? Twice a year. We're going to try and do it twice a year, but now we're doing it in June, where it's hashtag clear it all, where we partner up with Fresh Fam and people just legit clear out their closets and we give back to the community. The current 3 places that we're giving back to, which this year obviously is going to change, and we're going to keep some because now we're a youth-based organization. We used to give back to SOS Children's Home, and then Second Chance Recovery Center, which is the halfway house for recovering drug addicts, as well as, when was the first place? Oh, the first place that we go to, actually, or the third place rather, is the people who were affected by the flood that happened in Mamelodi, that we actually just gave some things to. But now, because we're a youth-based organization, we are looking, or we're dealing with our niche, and we're trying to, you know, master our craft. Yeah. That was a lot, that was a mouthful, and I think this video is going to be the longest video besides the first video that I actually posted. But yeah, check us out on our social media platforms at project underscore 31. Yes, Project 31, either way. And if you would like to purchase a t-shirt, please do comment below, and then we'll have our team contact you, or you can go on our pages and you can DM us at project underscore 031. And yo, we are out. I'm confused but it's a wrap, bruh.